How's it going, everybody? I just played Grommash Hellscream for the very first time yesterday, and this is actually a deck that I got from Hearthstone's designer Celestimon, aka Purple. And this is the deck that I just tried out yesterday, played about 30 games with it, and I ended up peaking at 1,278 MMR to where I went, I think, 21-9, maybe a little bit higher, because in the game clips coming up ahead, I believe I have 13 games. The very first 13 games with this build where I only lost one time. So I think that's really impressive, granted that this has been not the common experience for me whenever I start to play PvP. Sometimes I'll have I'll hit like a wall while I'm trying to learn this comp, but honestly, now that I've been playing the game for a while, I think I understand what it really means in order to combine your minis and how to utilize the full potential of whatever deck that you're playing. So let's go ahead and take a look at the minis within the comp, because I've got a pretty decent level, but because of where I was playing, all of my minis were hard capped at level 1. So what's important is having the right talents for the right grinds that you are going for. Maybe this could have been a situation where I was going up against players that did not have other talents, and that's why I seem to do better. So I want that to be a little bit of a disclaimer, because I'm not sure why I did so well with this deck, but I still went I still had like a 70% over 2.5 hours to where I was able to grind 1,200 MMR. And actually, one other thing that I should do before I even go into that is some advice for PvP. If you want to grind PvP ranks as effectively as possible, you want your top 4 leaders to have about the same MMR. So case in point, I have 3 leaders that are around the 3,000 rank right now, and then I have Grom, Sylvanas, and Rend sitting, around the above 1,000, so to speak. But what you want to do is you want to have 4 leaders that are all around the same level. So case in point, what my goal is going to be is to find a 4th leader to get around that 3,000 rank very efficiently, because I'm trying to find all the best decks before I make my best decks video. So if you like this kind of content, feel free to like the video, subscribe, check out the Twitch channel, yada, yada, yada. All those links are down below. But the goal is when you have 3 minis that are around, like, say, 3,000. Like, let's give the example that if my Grom was sitting at 2,990, I play a game of Tyrion, and then I lose with that same game with Tyrion, then that means that Tyrion will fall out of my top 3, but then he will be replaced by Grommash. And I will only effectively lose 9 MMR instead of losing even more MMR, because my Grom will become my 3rd best, covering up that loss. So one way that you can really grind your PvP ranks without even really risking anything is by having 4 leaders that all are around the same MMR. And this is something about this game that I really do enjoy, is that it's practically like trying to encourage you to play as many heroes or as many factions as possible, so that way you can utilize the best ranks without just like going all in on one guy and constantly losing MMR every single time that you actually lose. Like, this game really does encourage you to play other factions. So let's go into the actual build of the deck now, because I think that this is a really solid comp, all things considered, because one thing that I've noticed is that your average cost wants to be around, you want it to be in between 3 to 4, sometimes between 2 and 4, depending on the comp that you have. Usually when you have a build that has 4 or more, it gets a little bit crazy and a little bit, like, you really need a reason to be above that cost with, like, really big units that work together. And I haven't really found an example yet, but once I do, I will definitely let you guys know. But now that we can actually talk about the build, let's go over my talents real quick. We've got Grom with Savage Strikes, which deals double damage to enemies who are below 50 health. We've got the Stonehoof Tauren, which is probably one of the best minis in the game. After connecting a charge, stun the target for 3 seconds. We have the Frostwolf Shaman. Range attacks change to 3 nearby targets, so really good AoE, and that's kind of something this deck is lacking, is AoE, so I really like this trait for this one. Harpies, in my opinion, is actually the best mini in the entire game, full stop. I almost use this in every single one of my comps because it is a great way of dealing with melee targets that don't have access to ranged attacks. And I have Talon Drive just because it's a talent that I have, but I really like the idea of dealing double damage on the first attack. Then I also, unfortunately, not taking up this spot because I don't feel like changing this just because I'm lazy. I should change it, though. I have Huntress as my very first epic with Darnassian Steel, where the glaive bounced off 3 additional times. And honestly, sometimes this can hit like 5 things, so I'm kind of confused exactly how that works. But this is just one of the best minis when it comes to when it comes to how flexible it is in every single build that you can put it into. Darkspear Troll, really good ranged attack because he has a lot of damage, and if you put him behind a taunt, then his DPS really does add up very quickly. With Headhunting, on kill, increase attack and movement speed by 10, stacks up to 50%, so you really want him to start throwing that spear as fast as he can. And then the last mini that we have is another one that's debated to be one of the best minis in the game, Quilboar. The use of Quilboar is actually insanely fun because he's pretty much a meat shield. That's the best way of being able to describe him. Let's say that you're attacking a tower and you have Harpies and a Tauren going to a tower. What you can do with the Quilboar, and you can also do this against enemy minis, you can throw the Quilboar a little bit before the your minis will connect, and then whatever is around it is going to focus on that Quilboar, and since he has so much defense, or so much health, it takes so long to kill the Quilboar, and then the horde of your minis can go in and attack as a group instead of just going one by one, just dying because they don't have defense. That's how you're supposed to use your tanks, and this is one of the best reasons why Quilboar having the Unbound characteristic is super important, because you can throw them out anywhere right before your hordes of minis are going to start attacking, so you can really work as a group. It is super important that you have that kind of synergy. But that is explaining the comp. One other thing that I want to showcase, though, before we actually get into the gameplay, is this website, and I'm sorry if there's ads. Unfortunately, my ad blocker's not really working on this. I don't know why. It was working yesterday. But it's a website called Genshin Lab. It's kind of funny because they have Genshin Impact stats as well, and apparently they're doing Warcraft Rumble stats now. But you can utilize this website in order to check out all the traits that are available. There's, a list, and they have the best talent that is probably more so the best talent from most comps, not necessarily the best talent for every single comp. But if you're wondering which one that you should try to find in the shop, this is a really good resource. So for Grom, they suggest going for Savage Strikes, which I would agree with. This is just really good to deal double damage to people who are below 50, because if you're working your minis together in a group, then that last strike will be very common to be the killing strike if they're below 50 HP. Then you have the Stonehoof Tauren, which the best ability is Momentum. After connecting a charge, immediately charge a second time if possible. That just straight up kills so many people with low HP, so that's why I would definitely recommend this one. But Pummel is also a good second, because you just get to stun the target, and if you have a bunch of groups working together, it works very effectively. Frostwolf Shaman, the best one is going to be Earth Shield, where you grant armored to a nearby ally, and the ability has one charge, so you can essentially just give your mini like healing as well as extra armor in order to make sure that it survives. The Lightning Mastery is actually not that bad, though, in order to try to give yourself a little bit more ranged attacks, so that's the reason why I don't mind it, and why I may still hold on to it, even if I get the Earthen Shield. But with Harpies, they say the best one is Poisonous. I actually completely disagree with this one, in all honesty. I think that the Minor trait, in order to make your Harpies go for gold, is actually really good, but if you're just trying to deal damage, I really do think that the Talon Dive is the best one, because Poisonous just really isn't that good, in my opinion. I'm not really sure why a lot of people seem to be hyped on this one. Then we have Huntress, where we deal 50 additional damage to the initial target, which is Elven Might. That seems to be the best one in most people's opinion, but in my honest opinion, it's Darnassian Steel, especially in this build, because you want a way of being able to deal with a bunch of minis all at once. You don't have any dragons, you don't really have like spells like Blizzard in order to deal with hordes, so you need a way of being able to destroy multiple minis, and Huntress is a great way of being able to do that. With the Troll, says Big Bag Voodoo is the best one, where you regenerate 10 health every second. Oh, wait, every second? Okay, yeah, that is actually nuts. Every second? That is that is insane. Like, I have Headhunting, so if you want to be a little bit more aggressive, this one's probably not that bad. But I just now learned this talent, and oh my god, that's absolutely busted. And then for Quilboar, the best one that they have is Tunnel Vision, where you deploy much quicker, so that means that he appears onto the field a lot faster. That just makes a lot of sense for it to be the best, because you get to utilize your mini as soon as possible. But if I remember it correctly, I have Bristleback, which really doesn't do all that much. It deals a small damage to melee attackers whenever they attack them. It's kind of okay, I guess, but if you want my honest opinion, the Tunnel Vision is just much better. And the last part that I want to explain in this deck breakdown is how exactly you want to utilize these minis together, because a common mistake that I will see a lot of people do whenever they start playing a comp is that they will just throw minis as soon as they can by spending all of their gold. And eventually I will be making a 10 tips and guides video, so that way you can kind of understand the strategy that goes into playing this. But usually, the thing I like to do the most is I like to play Grom, followed by the Shaman, so that way there's a healer backing him up, giving him, you know, some extra bit of ranged attacks as well, so that way he can deal with hordes a little bit easier. Because Grom is essentially a pretty decent tank that can deal a lot of damage and also has ways of gaining bloodlust to other minis. But one thing that I love to do is I love to throw Harpies with the Quilboar being the meat shield like I described earlier. You can play Tauren Chieftain with the Troll in order to make sure that Tauren Chieftain doesn't just get soloed by flyers such as Harpies. Darnassian Steel with the Huntress makes this mini pretty formidable by itself, but sometimes you want to back it up with, say, a Tauren, so that way it has a tank in front of it. Even though this thing does move kind of fast, so timing is kind of important for that aspect. But this really is just like the thing I'm trying to drive home right now is the fact that you want to combine minis together so that way their weaknesses are covered. Like with the Troll, for example, he's a very squishy minion, but he has insane DPS. So if you just put him behind a taunt like Grom or the Quilboar, if you time it right, then it really does matter to have these kind of synergies, because it'll make your minis last as long as possible. Because this game is not a 1v1 game. This is essentially a war game where you're trying to utilize all of your units to work with each other. But if you guys have any questions about this build, feel free to leave a comment down below. And if you don't have any questions, go ahead and go into that comment section and comment for the Horde, because I've got a couple of other Horde strategies that I will be showcasing during this Horde week. And the next one is going to be Carine Bloodhoof, because I think I found a really good build that is really easy to play. So if you like this kind of content, feel free to like this video, subscribe to the YouTube channel to be notified about any of our future updates. We also have a Patreon in case you guys want to support us monetarily, to where I haven't updated it with Warcraft Rumble tiers yet, because I'm a Hearthstone streamer primarily, but I will be adding new tiers specifically for Warcraft Rumble, or adding to those tiers in case you guys want to support the content that way. But hopefully this was a good and concise way of being able to explain how to play Grommash Hellscream. Thank you so much for making it to the end of this deck intro. Here's some game clips coming up ahead in order to showcase you guys how to really grind in Warcraft Rumble. But I'm finally back from BlizzCon, and BlizzCon was fantastic, to say the least. It was amazing, dude.
Money, money, money.
Alright, let's see what we got here. So we can throw this down mid to get some gold. Do this to get some gold, and then protect it with Harpies. And now we've just got a lot of things we've thrown out, so we should chill and wait for our opponent to do something. But I can easily, like, push it here since, oh wow, he's not doing anything except throwing down stuff down mid. So I can Grom and then heal over this side. And when these guys get closer, I will have a Banshee available. But honestly, this might do a lot since he's not dealing with my minions. So I can do this. Can probably just keep these guys at bay. So yeah, now the Huntress can just hit these guys without being damaged. And this is the main reason that Quilboar is like really the nuts. You can just use him as like a meat shield essentially. Yo, what's going on, Master Choice Champion? Good to see you, dude. Oh wow, that actually did get through a little bit. But these guys, okay, they didn't really deal a lot of damage. I guess I have to play Grom a little bit more for control here. I'm all in on Undead and Rumble. Dude, I have to admit, Undead is one of my favorite to play. Like, you have Sylvanas, you have Baron. I want to learn a really good Blood Mage comp. But Blood Mage is a little bit more difficult to win some games with, because you have to really play the comp well. If you lose your Blood Mage... Oh, wait, I divided these guys. I did not mean to do that. When you end up dividing your Blood Mage, it makes it a lot harder to win the game. Like, if he's just dead all the time, you have to really understand the synergies to perform well with Blood Mage. Okay, so this should be fine to take care of these guys. I wish I would have kept the Shaman with the Grom. That was just honest to God a mistake. Forgot about this being checked. But I don't think he's going to go for the gold, right? Like, this doesn't have the distance to go for chests. So these guys should deal with that perfectly fine. I'll do this to get the gold advantage. And now I think we're doing pretty good. Yo, what's going on, Codations? Good to see you, dude. Are you back home from BlizzCon? I'm sorry to have photobombed while you were getting a picture with Orange. I didn't realize exactly who it was. Like, I'm not even kidding, dude. Like, I just saw a picture getting taken, and I was like, I'm gonna photobomb it. Like, I didn't even realize it was you and Orange. I just saw an opportunity and I went for it. So, like, it's kind of funny how that worked out, though, right? Okay, so I think we're finally pushing through here. I could just like hold on to my gold, and then throw out another big wave once he finally deals with this. But yeah, we don't even need it. Why another YouTube channel instead of the same channel? Okay, so I posted a little bit of Rumble content on my main channel, but I ended up asking my audience what kind of Rumble content that they wanted. And I also had an option being like, you know, I wanted to get people's legitimate opinions, and I put an option where it's like, I do not want Rumble content. And that was by far the most popular answer. And something you gotta realize about Hearthstone people, they don't really consume other video games. And I'm not trying to cannibalize the channel. And I talk with a lot of people about this. Some of them being like YouTube channel managers, and the biggest thing that they suggested was to do a different channel, essentially. Just because I'll have better success making a new channel that can grow a lot versus juggling both. I'm going to be constantly losing people on both sides. Because there might be Rumble people that don't want Hearthstone content, there may be Hearthstone people that don't want Rumble content, and it's just easier to do two different channels and let people subscribe to the channel that they want. Because I kind of wanted to just put everything on one channel because I want people to watch me for me, but we got to be realistic here, you know. Like, if people are legitimately going to leave the channel because they don't want that kind of content, then it's just worth it to go ahead and make the new channel. Alright, can we kill this before... Oh, okay, well... Okay, they all survived. That's nice, that's nice, that's nice. I feel like the way that you have to play Grom is for control, because I'm trying to play him a little aggressive here, but I don't really think it's working as well as I would have hoped. But now I can kind of do something like this.
What's the plan?
I can go behind the Jaina, and... Oh, I guess I didn't even need to do that. That's valid. It's interesting because I hear arguments on both sides, but I wish YouTube could come out and tell us. I mean, I feel like it's... Like, I put some Rumble content out there, and it did pretty well, but I think it's because the algorithm, like, actually picked up on it. Like, the algorithm picked up on it pretty well, and, if he can do that with one channel, he might be able to do it with another, but I feel like I just have more reach on my main channel, but some of my Rumble videos have really not done well. But at a certain point, chat does get out of control when you have, like, say, like 500, 600, 1,000 people watching you. That's just how that works. So he throws out that down mid. Okay, I did not mean to throw that, but I guess we're just gonna roll with it. This lineup seems to be all in on like trying to make shamans work well with healing. Cause oh, look at that range just outside. Okay, so I'll put him right here so that way he starts attacking the Quilboar, and this gives the ooh, he chain lightning me. Okay, that was unexpected. So now I have this guy come down here. Grom can counter that, and I actually got the gold. Wait, oh, I did not get the gold. Never mind. It's actually kind of funny because, like, Codations, this is your very first time in this chat, and, like, this is usually not, like, the music that we're listening to. I more so just wanted to have something better for the evening vibe. I'm usually not a late-night streamer, but today I organized and got some stuff done in my apartment. So that's the reason why we're playing, like, lo-fi music and all this other stuff. Okay, I just now realized that I should not have done that because there's a dragon coming. I have to try and knock this out before it's a problem. I probably should have played it faster. Okay, there we go. So that worked out, but this really is a control comp. Like, I think this has to be like a counter pick strategy because I'm trying to be a bit more aggressive. Because most of the comps I've been playing have been very aggressive. How much have I spent to progress so far? I would say that I've spent above like $200 or something like that. I ended up buying like $100 worth of coins just to see what all it gets you. And I'm gonna be doing it again, but I'm gonna like do it on stream to kind of like showcase what $100 in this game legitimately gets you. But it will have to be within the context of I already have all the minis, but what happens when you unlock all the minis? What happens next, sort of deal. Okay, that was really effective, and now this is okay. Yeah. Those $5 deals, good value. Most of the bundles are really good values. But the bundles, like, the best one obviously is the $20 bundle that gives you permanent experience. Like, that is 100% worth it. I would get that. I would recommend if you get anything in this game, like if you purchase anything with real money, that is what you get. Oh, I didn't notice you threw this out here. Was a little bit late on that one. But like some of the bundles that you get when you like rank up, when you like beat like a certain boss, like sometimes they'll give you stuff after like milestones. They do feel worth it in a lot of instances. Okay, so I can do this to knock this out. Kind of hope. Oh, okay, damn, dude. People got the counter for Banshees. Luckily, I still have the advantage here. Oh, I should have thrown him behind. That was a huge mistake. Oh, that was actually a huge mistake. The tower will knock it out, but that was just kind of a waste of gold. So now we just gotta wait for him to throw out again. This game is really addicting. Planning to spend some bucks. Oh yeah, dude. I love how much fun this game actually is. And I don't think you have to spend that much money to have fun in it either. Like, that's the important thing. Like, as long as free-to-play players can progress meaningfully, then it's a win for everybody. Because then the game can make money, we can continue to make updates, and free-to-play players don't have to feel pressured to have to buy it. But it's also a Blizzard game, so there are some people that are just going to spend money on it because it is a Blizzard game. And maybe that has some bonuses to it. Twitter has too many spam bots. Yeah, dude, I've been noticing that too. It's kind of pissing me off, not gonna lie. I don't think I'm gonna lose this. So he's just throwing everything down mid. As long as I counteract mid, I should be okay. And we'll time this so that way this thing starts engaging with the Quilboar. And I'm pretty sure this just wins now as long as this doesn't push through, but I don't think it's gonna have enough time. Yo, what's going on, Grande? I missed your stream, man. Yeah, dude, I've been busy this past week. BlizzCon was absolutely amazing. Am I enjoying my new apartment? I mean, I don't enjoy living in this apartment, quote unquote, because especially after spending a couple days in California, coming back to my apartment in Indiana was like literally like coming down from like a hallucinogenic experience. It's like I was literally living the life in California, and now I woke up and I'm back in my apartment in Indianapolis. Can't wait for the paintings to go up. Oh, dude, it's gonna be great. This entire apartment is gonna be decked out in okay, he's going hard down that route. I feel like once I have everything on the walls, it'll feel a lot more like home, and that's kind of what I'm hoping for. Okay, so this should be contested. I'm going to do this, and I'm gonna start building up the army down this aisle. I'm gonna take the gold, and I think it's better to just push this way. Okay, that was kind of weird. I was doing some experimenting with this, and I haven't really messed with it all too much, but putting Grom just over here was not a good idea. So all these skeletons are coming over here. We'll put this back here in order to deal with them without taking any damage. This guy can go here to counteract the Harpies, but he will need protection with the Quilboar, because I don't want to have to deal with the Murlocs. I might have put that out there a little bit too soon, because he wasn't in range yet. That was a mistake. Okay, so he looks like he's going down mid to get those chests. I don't think I'm going to have the resources to stop him. Maybe I need like an execute in this deck. I'm not really sure the best way to build Grom, and that's why we're playing him right now, because the Horde characters are actually the characters I'm the least familiar with. Alright, so we'll counteract these guys. It just really does feel like I have to play for control. But with all these swarms, I might need like ways of dealing with them. Like an execute spell or like a pyromancer actually might not be a bad idea. Okay, so I can throw these back here. Try to stay out of range. Yeah, there we go. So he's trying to pressure over here. We'll counterpick the Harpies, and then once this guy starts attacking the base, we can throw our Harpies here. We might lose the base, but it's absolutely fine if it happens, because we can easily just take it back. So, looks like we're doing fine. We got gold over here that we should start striving for, so I'm going to go ahead and do this. feel like I have to try and like get more siege damage in this deck. I built a deck full of Alliance and Horde. Do they work together? Is there some compromises you have to make when it comes to cooperation? I was able to play it. I played it a lot. I'm trying to play Rumble on my phone, but my phone can't handle the game very well. That's tragic, dude. You should be able to play the video game. Oh wow, we're actually pushing through it. Let's go, dude. I mean, I'm 2-0 with this right now. I should probably change this on the screen, like, and I have plenty of time as I'm waiting. Oh, I just won. Never mind, 3-0. Okay, not bad, dude. This just feels like a solid comp. Progressing. Okay, we got a Carine. Do this and do this. He immediately throws this out, so I'm gonna throw out the Quilboar. This is gonna be enough to beat him, right? Yeah, oh my god, I literally blocked him. You've been blocked. Okay, yeah, Quilboar is actually just the nuts. Minis without talents seem so bad for PvP. Yes, you really need talents in PvP. It is crucial. It is very crucial that you have that advantage. I'll throw Huntress over top just in case, but I just mostly want to spend my gold. Okay, we are progressing really easily. Then we also stop his kobolds, so we're just obtaining the gold advantage. Something about this map is that I tend not to go for this. I just tend to go for the like the face, because face is the place. Why would I do anything that isn't face? I mean, it honestly might be better, though, because then I could, like, start sending, like, the hordes down this way. Like, going face really hasn't been that effective. So this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to throw out Harpies. I'm going to throw this out. I'll have the gold to throw the Quilboar to be the target of the, Oh, wait, no, go that way. No, damn it. Okay, that... I keep forgetting about this damn thing. Okay, well, that's on me. Now Grom is just literally in for the slaughter. Maybe it is just better to go aggressive. Maybe I psyched my opponent out. You never know. Okay, now I want this to go down here because I don't want to throw... I mean, I'm just going to win the game. Oh my god. I would say the hardest thing about this game is honestly just learning what minis are good against other minis. Just learning how to counterpick your opponent is just super crucial. Yo, what's going on, Lindy? Good to see you, though. How much Warcraft Rumble have you played? Because I'm always here to rumble. Alright, well, am I going to be able to deal with this Carine? I think it's important for me to do this, but I have to counteract this so he doesn't, Okay, I got you landing again? This is literally the exact same game that I just played earlier. That's kind of nuts, honestly. So I'm gonna do this to get the gold. I'm slowly learning Rumble. I love skeletons. Skeletons are like the first comp that I really learned. Okay, that's a little unfortunate that I let that happen. I want to get Harpies. So this into here. The Shaman I don't have to worry about because it'll get picked off by the tower. So let's see where this leads us. In fact, I could probably just push this direction. And then throw the Quilboar here, so that way the tower doesn't so the tower doesn't deal with the Harpies. It's like little things like this when you know that like the first thing that gets fired is going to be like whatever's in range, and you know that these things are really squishy. Like putting the Quilboar here is the reason why I won. Like the Quilboar acting as like the bait, so to speak. So like once you learn those kind of aspects of the game, like you will start naturally applying them. Need to leave now. It's very late here in Brazil. Wish good luck for you. All right, thank you, dude. Thanks for being here. Hope you have a good night. Sleep tight, and don't let the bed bugs bite unless that's what you're into. I don't kink shame over here, man. Oh my! I gotta remember that he's got chain lightning, but I can't just like leave the Harpies in like a big horde. That's like my big weakness is overcommitting against that kind of stuff. So I can do this, and now we're pushing a lot. If I had the gold to throw Quilboar first, that would have been really good. But yeah, I think we're just bullying him, so this is just where you add the pressure. Now, this is where you just spend gold for the sake of spending gold, because he's got nothing. But I'll be playing some Hearthstone probably on Wednesday, or definitely on Thursday, because that's when the Theorycraft stream is. But we got a 12-hour Hearthstone stream happening on Thursday. So, trust me, the content will be coming. Okay, so I can do this and do this. Do I recommend getting talent for one team or getting more units the better? It kind of depends on if you want to. I mean, you want to unlock all of the minis. I would say that's #1 to focus on, is to unlock all of the minis. But sometimes you'll get like options in the shop where you can just straight up buy like rare minis, for example. And I think you always have to make those purchases. But I think like, because when you make those purchases, you almost immediately get some talents for it. Oh, he is swinging hard. Bonk, 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 bonk. That guy was bonking. Bonking and stonking, dude. Yo, what's going on, Guy Grumpy? I know that guy IRL. One of the nicest people that I met this weekend, Guy Grumpy. I'm glad that I can formally meet you, dude. It was a pleasure, and I'm just glad with all the people that I met this weekend. It was legitimately an awesome experience. Nice wall hanging in the art up makes a difference. It really does. It's gonna start feeling like my home here in a minute. It's just gonna take me a couple of days. Tomorrow I'm getting the dog back from my aunt's because I've been so preoccupied recently. But I'm gonna have to make room for all the dog stuff. What the dog doing? The dog's hanging with her auntie. Likewise, you're such an awesome person. I'm really glad that they got you there, dude. Like I told you, like I wasn't supposed to go to BlizzCon, right? Like I was legitimately like I had made plans to miss it because I didn't think I could afford it, and then Blizzard ended up like really hooking me up. Like it was kind of nuts. Okay, I have to spend gold, so I'll do this and I'll try to like push on the tower. But these got to go down mid in order to deal with these guys. Just throwing out Grom on this side, but I need Quilboar to take one for the team here. But now these guys can deal with the Groms. Oh, that timing was perfect. And now we have initiative again. So it looks like you really want to take over towers with this comp. Jilly and I have gotten a bit addicted to this. Dude, this game becomes really addicting very quickly when you realize not necessarily like how easy it is, but how simple some concepts that you overcomplicate when you first start playing. Like, this game is not hard to learn. And as long as the progression is good enough for free-to-play players, and I think what they've been doing recently it is, then I think that this is probably going to be one of Blizzard's most successful games, as long as it's not frustrating for people to play. I mean, dude, I'm now 5-0 with this comp. I legitimately have not lost PvP with this comp yet. And as of right now, I only got one video on there, but... Okay. So we can do this, and throw these guys so they defend each other. I feel like Warsong Rider's not really the greatest in Grom, but I haven't really messed too much with it. Okay, we're gonna get in his way. Look at him. He can't get through. I'm like that kid, that bully in high school that's like, "Hey nerd, how's it going?" Like he's blocking you from your locker or something like that. Where are you going, Jefferson? Or something condescending, I don't know. Alright, we split up the Harpies. That was actually good timing on our part. These guys coming over here is not really a problem. But I'm gonna wait. Actually, I'm gonna go ahead and just do this right here. Maybe I should have waited actually, because I could have had the tower attacking this. This is kind of a mistake. But the tower, will it take care of the rest of it? Oh, he's already dead. Like if you notice, I'm throwing minis together, and I'm mostly doing like the same combination. So like case in point, so I'm gonna throw this down here in order to just go for the chest immediately. And I'm gonna do this. This is probably not gonna work out actually. I wanted to get this in the way of the Huntress, so the Huntress doesn't just get, yeah, like exactly that. But I'm counterpicking my opponent, and that's why it's looking so easy. Because I feel like what some people may do is that like they may focus on like the tower, but it's like I'm doing the opposite of what my opponent probably wants me to do. Okay, is this gonna work out? Okay, he actually pushed really well here. So this is where Huntress comes in clutch. Boom, boom, boom. Ding, 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 ding. Oh, okay, that did not really progress as well as I thought it would. The tower's got this covered though. I need to stop him from getting this gold. So I'll do this in order to push on this side and try to get the gold advantage back. Alright. So Charge Guy's doing a good job here. I think I'm just gonna wait. I mean, I do need to start, like, attacking this.
Line 'em up.
Yeah. Let's try to, oh, that was actually a bad throw. I should have waited for more. Like, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, you see how I'm like stagnating this? If I would have thrown them both at the same time, this would have been destroyed. So, oh crap! And I have all this other crap that I have to worry about. So I'll do this. Harpies are gonna come down. That's fine. But the tower's mine again. Taking a bit of damage doing this, but if I do this, the rest of these guys are dead. So he's starting to push down this way. Here comes the Hogger. Oh, this is actually kind of a problem. I don't know if I'm gonna have the time to stop this. Yeah, that was. I think I made some bad throws here, but we can recover. Wait for a big push to happen, and then I can play Huntress. Yeah, now we're coming back. I saw someone who puts out good Rumble content who was very adamant the pilot is the best unit. There's a lot of S tier minis in this game. Like, the ones that are like really good are like really, really, really good. And safe pilot is like a great way to like stop like a bunch of hordes from pressuring you. Like, if I were to safe pilot this, it would neutralize it immediately. Yeah, the tower's gonna take care of this, so I have to stop him from pressuring me from this side. So I can do this and do this. Do this here, so that way this. Oh, he chained. Oh my God, yeah, he counterpicked me, dude. And I used all my gold to try and yeah, looks like we're gonna be losing this one. Yeah, like I said, man, swarms seem to be the weakness of this, and I don't know if just Huntress is gonna be enough to deal with it. I might have to switch around some stuff in this comp. And that's probably going to be a tweet that I make, is that the first thing that Rumble should do to improve itself is to drastically reduce the amount of loading screens that you see. Because that's like the first thing I heard a lot of people complaining about. Like, that was a lot of people's like first note when it came to this game. Okay, so we got the gold. Am I gonna get that advantage? It looks like it, yeah. Maybe not. Okay, damn. That's fine. The Raptor's coming down this way. Can easily stop them from progressing. Num 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 num. Oh, did I? Oh, he's alive. He's alive. We got it. We got it. We got it. Stop that gold. And this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, I pretty much counterpicked my opponent here, and now I have all this stuff coming from here. So I can do this without really worrying about it and try to take over the tower as he's trying to slowly defend. Like, one tip that I can easily give with this game is that you want to block off your opponent from doing, like, what you want to stop your opponent essentially. Like, you're cock blocking them is the best way to put it. So it's like the way that you can do that is by functionally shutting down their resources. You can shut down their deploy zones. And there's a lot of ways to just like invalidate your opponent while you're just like I'm drowning in gold right now. I am drowning in gold to the point where I don't even have to spend it. While my opponent's just sitting here being like, how am I even going to start dealing with all of this? And especially now that I have like all this gold compounded, and I can just throw everything down here, like this is just so freaking efficient. Wait, was there a blizzard at the base too? Is that a trait with it? I think that has to be. Yeah, I mean I think Chargla in particular is just really bad, but I actually don't mind the tie feature in PvE. I mean, I would like it where it's like if they have less HP than you would win. But you technically didn't beat them, right? Like, I do think it's kind of lame that like the time limit can just like, can kind of screw you over in some instances. But it makes it into a challenge. Like, imagine if you like drew a game in like PvE and I mean, I guess using Hearthstone's kind of a bad example because fatigue is at play there. There's not really a fatigue thing in this game. What is going on? This is definitely not my internet. What happened? What's going on here, dude? Because Twitch is still going. Did I just disconnect? What the hell? What is happening here? What? Did we just like both glitch out at the same time? I was expecting like a bunch of stuff to have happened. Like, you know, like the game was still like progressing onward. But that's not at all what just happened. Okay, yeah, okay, stop the gold. There we go. Can do this. I probably should have done that first. PvE is fine if you draw in PvP, that sucks. There is no drawing in PvP, what do you mean? I legitimately have never drawn in this game. Because when the time runs out, you have a minute of overtime, which means that your gold is producing twice as fast. And then when there's 10 seconds left, both towers start taking the same amount of damage at the same amount of time. So like you literally never tie in PvP. Your stream lagged for a second. Oh, did it? Okay, well, I'm glad that it's not a problem now. Probably should have thrown him down mid, because yeah, now Huntress is gonna bully me. But Chieftain stops the or Tauren stops the Huntress. Yeah. Kind of lame that he uses charge on this, but he'll survive and he'll, yes. Boom, that, oh my god, that's a lot of damage. Alright, so now I'm gonna bully him a little bit over this side. No, no, not again! I did this, almost did the exact same thing. Okay, I just started. Oh, I didn't know that. I thought you were, I figured that you had, like, actually, like, tied, in PvE, and you just hadn't played. Oh, I guess, yeah, never mind. With that statement, it's kind of easy to see. My bad, dude. Yeah, I've been playing this for about 3 weeks, and I've had exclusive access. So I'm just happy that I've had this opportunity to really learn this game before it comes out. Because now I can easily tell people how to get better. So I'm hoping to become the Rumble guy, but as of right now, I got a lot of streaming and catching up to do with other creators. But that's why I'm kind of planning on being the best at PvP. Like I wanna be the best at PvP if I have like a niche that I fit into with this game. It's gonna be enough. Okay, so we took this back over. I'm kind of losing initiative, but I'm trying to get like this final push going. So that's what I think I'm gonna do. The dragon will probably get knocked out by this guy for sure. I want a good Sneeds build. So do I, dude. I have no idea where to begin with Sneeds. Like, I know that you have to somehow utilize siege units, but the biggest thing about Sneeds is getting gold advantages, and I kind of came with an idea where like you can maybe have like multiple Sneeds on the field at the same time, but I don't think it's really gonna work. Corrosion Gaming, thank you so much for that follow, man. Good to have you here. Welcome. I think I am actually losing this game now. I should have Harpies over here, and now I'm losing initiative. Oh my god, this is gonna start eating me soon. These Harpies are not gonna make it there in time. This is actually a problem, dude. Okay. As long as I can survive till overtime, we should be fine. Like, I was trying to go for the kill here, but that was just not the play. A lot of damage to make that happen. Oh, he's gonna start pushing with the blizzards now? That's actually a problem. This means that Jaina could very easily just, like, solo the game. Okay, so throw this down mid. Throw this guy down here to try and get some extra chip damage, because it might be necessary. I think I have to stop this from progressing. So, okay, yeah, that didn't really feel like it did that much. Okay, I think I'm gonna be okay, but these extra blizzards really do suck. Come on, Quilboar. Come on, Quilboar. Come on, Quilboar. I don't want to get blizzarded and lose. Come on, survive. Stall at our back door. We needed to stall. We needed to play for control. Like, you don't just, like, main one class. Like, every week, something changes that incentivizes you to want to level up different factions. But, yeah. I do not know what the highest level is. And that is information that I should know, though. I might end up, I might end up sending some of the designers that I know some questions. Is like, you know, I haven't actually looked this stuff up yet, but I should just look it up instead of asking for it. That'd be easier. Okay, so here we go, going down this direction. We might be able to be a bit aggressive here. We can Quilboar, so the base starts attacking the Quilboar, and now we can maybe start eating him here, and I can throw stuff down mid in order to get in his way. So this plus Shaman. Oh wait, I got Polymorph? That's... Oh, they exploded. Why did they explode? It looks like it doesn't matter though. This push just won. Alright, not bad, dude. Problem with Clash Royale is that it takes 2 years to max out your tower. Yeah, I bet it does. We'll get like math here pretty soon from people that end up like breaking down that sort of content, because that kind of content always exists. But I feel like Warcraft Rumble has identified the weaknesses of Clash Royale and is actively going to make sure that they don't have those kind of problems where it takes forever to fix that kind of stuff. However, it is worth noting that Blizzard also did come up with Diablo Immortal, so hopefully the monetization is not as bad as something like that. Okay, so I'm gonna start pushing on the tower now that he's focusing on all this stuff. And I might be able to start pushing from the other direction now. Let's see, is this gonna be enough? Let me throw this down mid and throw this over here to support these guys. And this guy is still... I still have not recovered from BlizzCon? What do you mean recovered? What did you do? How much partying did you do? Honestly, my feet are still killing me, man. That's the biggest thing about me and recovering from BlizzCon is just my feet hurt, dude. Okay, I'm gonna have to do this in order to stop these guys from progressing. Cause yeah, ding 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 ding. Okay, so I can start to push in this direction now. I'm gonna take back over this tower. Unfortunately, it was easily taken back. Do this for gold, and I can push the button on that later. Harpies deal with the Carine because he can't do anything about them. And oh, the Quilboar came out too late. I should have Quilboard like on this direction too. Okay, so he's doing a good job at neutralizing my threats. I'm gonna do this for gold. I'm gonna push down mid. He's neutralizing stuff over here, but he's still losing the HP advantage, and that's massive. So this is not a problem. We can maybe just push up this side now. This is exactly what I'm doing. I'm just counterpicking my opponent and limiting what he can do. This is almost like a form of control if you really think about it. Yo, what's going on, Oppose? Good to see you, dude. Oh my lord. We are back from BlizzCon, dude. We are back from BlizzCon, and we are having some fun. Rumbling, stumbling, and our opponents are the only ones grumbling. They got burned? Wait, burn is a thing in this game? Oh, I'm learning so much. Okay, yep. Take over this. Nom 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 nom. Harpies will take over this. Carine is going to be way too slow to progress, so we'll do this to steal the gold away, and then we'll have a big push in order to kill him. We do not care about this push that he's doing. Oh, wait. Oh, he actually stopped me. Oh, shit. Oh, this bullied me. Maybe I do care about this, actually. Yeah, this push is not going to be enough. I do have to play a little bit defensive here. Okay, yeah, this is fine. This guy's going to knock him out, but that's fine because the base will knock him out. He's got this big push. Do I try to go for the kill? It's probably not a good idea, in all honesty. Because if I can just neutralize this stuff, his final push is just done. So, throw here, Quilboar this, so that way the stuff is not, so that way they're preoccupied with dealing with the tank that I want them to hit. And now we can do this, and this push is neutralized. So I can just throw some stuff over here and go for the kill as he's clearly preoccupied. Here comes Swarm. Nothing is going to get through. And that should be GG. Sounds like the Drake sample. Passion Fruit? Is that a Drake song? Alright, not bad. Dude, that is 10-1. We are crushing it right now, dude.